Hey, what is up, guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. So we have a million different things to get to today. Strange UFO sightings, more mysterious things happening down on Earth and above Earth, and well, we'll just try to get to each one of them, but be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video. Check it all out. So the first thing that I want to talk about today are some strange things that have been appearing in the skies that it would appear would connect directly to these giant mystery blobs, basically, that have been appearing on radar all over the United States. Now, if you remember, I posted my first video about this about a month ago, and it was titled Nationwide Happening Covered Up, and we didn't even know it. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll put the link to it down below, as well as the links to everything else we're going to talk about today. But in that video, I basically described how over various states, from Florida to Tennessee to Massachusetts to Michigan to Illinois, these really mysterious and gigantic blobs, or things, whatever you want to call it, were appearing on radar. The only problem was that at the time these things appeared, there were no storms happening, no thunderstorms, no rainstorms, no nothing. And things that would typically show up this massive on radar. So these giant blobs appearing on radar had to be something else that was in the sky that was being picked up. And what we found out was within the same week and within a couple of days of one another, from Florida all the way up to Massachusetts, the military had come out and claimed that they were doing an exercise wherein which they have these massive planes that fly over and actually spray out this radar jamming material called chaff, which is basically made up of these very small metal fragments that these planes use to spray out into the atmosphere, which actually is used to jam radar. Or in other words, hide something from being picked up on radar. But even then, things started to make even less sense after pilots from these local Air Force bases where these things were being seen basically said, no, there is no exercise going. We don't even have these type of planes that are used to spray this stuff into the atmosphere, which led further people to believe that whatever was appearing on radar may have been something else entirely in the sky. And so if you want to check out that whole video to hear the whole story, I'll put the link down below. But now we have this new report, courtesy of thedrive.com, of yet another mystery cloud of chaff that was caught lighting up radar over dozens of miles of New Mexico airspace. And as they describe this in the article, in the byline here, it says, quote, "It is the latest in a string of peculiar chaff release events from across the U.S. that have drawn a lot of attention in recent months." And so you guys are seeing here the radar reading where this massive blob suddenly appears. And while I'll let you guys go and read the article, it basically asks the same questions that I'm going to ask you guys, and the question I have myself, which is, if this is chaff, and if it is these planes spraying this stuff, what are they trying to cover up in our skies? First, it happened where they were spraying from Florida to Maine, Kentucky to West Virginia, and now over New Mexico. What are they trying to hide from radar in our skies? Spraying these massive plumes moving over the states, but what is it? And that brings me to some other footage that I want to show you guys today. You can check out the article down below. But one of the stranger UFO sightings, where they're not even really UFOs, but it almost appears that there's something cloaked sitting in our skies that may have something to do with what they're spraying, and that is in the form of what have been described as massive diamond-shaped clouds, or cutouts in the clouds that have been appearing all over the world. So first, let me preface this with a video clip that was posted earlier this week by my friend and fellow YouTuber Mr. MBB333, where a viewer had sent him in a clip of what appeared to be this massive diamond-shaped cloud, perfect diamond, sitting in the sky. So check this out.
Whenever I darken the object, some cloud vapors actually in front of it. In fact, right there. See those cloud vapors? That tells us that this object, whatever it is up behind the clouds. I don't know how far away it is, so it's difficult to say exactly how big this thing is, but it looks like it's pretty good size. Here I've inverted it to the object white and the sky dark, and you can still kind of see some cloud vapors in front of it, but you can also see it's very symmetrical, definitely shaped like a diamond. I mean, that's incredible. Look at that thing. I did slow the video down right here. It's in slow motion. Look at that. Good look at it right there. Diamond in the sky above Staten Island, New York. Unbelievable.
Okay, so in that clip that was sent in to Mr. MBB, we have what appeared to be an obvious, massive, gigantic, diamond-shaped object, possibly hiding or sitting behind the clouds, that comes out even more when you put filters to it. And that's a really eerie piece of footage. I've done many videos in the past of strange geometric-shaped clouds in the sky, perfect rectangles, perfect triangles, things that do not happen, well, naturally. And so today, I received another piece of footage where, again, a viewer was recording the sky and noticed what appeared to be sort of a strange sphere, something really weird going on up in the clouds. But what was even more interesting were a couple more of these diamond-shaped clouds, one next to the other. So check out that clip here that they created where they outlined the clouds themselves. Okay, as you guys saw from these images here, we have more of these strange diamond-shaped cutouts in the sky, almost as if there's something cloaked sitting up there, indirectly making itself known from these sharp-edged, geometric-shaped holes it's actually cutting in the clouds. So that's two different videos that we've seen this past week of these diamonds or triangular-shaped clouds, and not only that, but we've also been seeing some massive cloud fronts moving across the Earth from space. Here is some new footage from the International Space Station where they were heading over and stretching from pole to pole. We have this massive straight-lined cloud front just wrapping around the Earth. And so this should remind you guys of a video that I posted, I think it was about a year ago, one of our most popular videos, millions of views, where again we had found, using Google Earth and weather satellite imagery, another one of these massive long lines of clouds spanning some 13,000 miles in what appeared to be just a perfect straight line stretching from pole to pole. That video I posted was titled, "What is this line across half the Earth?" And it was just an amazing, eerie sight to see. And we sat trying to figure out what could have created this massive straight-lined cloud. And since then, we've been seeing more of these things spanning the entire globe, and it just, I mean, it makes you wonder what could create such long, massive lines of clouds around the Earth, and for that matter, what are creating these massive triangular and diamond and rectangular shaped clouds being seen from the ground and recorded all over the world. Well, you guys tell me what you think down below, and we will continue to follow it. So now in other UFO-related news, we have some video here. A couple of people recorded this. I don't know what it is, but it appeared as a group of lights flying in formation that would be going one way in one direction, stop in midair, and then go backwards in the other direction. And this would go on, where they just go back, stop, and then forth, and then back, and then forth. And so this was recorded above San Bernardino, California, sent in by Mr. Ricardo M. His mother recorded the footage, and well, you guys check it out for yourselves. Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to get some more footage of this, but we have this just terribly overcast, cloudy sky, a formation of lights going back and forth, sitting in pretty much the same spot in the sky the whole time. And so I want to put the word out, anybody above California, if you've seen these, if you know what they are, whether it's natural, whether it's unnatural, let us know down below, and we will try to get to the bottom of it. And with that, I'm going to jump off here, guys, and get back to work. I want to say, before I go, though, once again, that I really appreciate all of you for the time you take to check out my videos. To those of you who have been with me for the past 5-6 years, it's amazing, the support and the love and the generosity of all of you guys. This has been a wild ride, and I just can't thank all of you enough for being the awesome people you are, my fellow Insomnia team members. Let's keep going, let's keep digging for answers, and as always, I'll see you all back in just a bit. Stay safe, guys.